Your mind. Because if your mind doesn't change, you're not going to change.
Is there is that a bad thing though? The weighing out the if I have this slice of pizza, that means an hour on the cardio machine. Is that I mean I'm a pretty impulsive spender. So what I do is I'm like, okay, this thing is this X amount of hours or X amount of days of work to purchase. So and that's change since I've started doing that, I've started telling myself, okay, it's not worth the purchase. So is it a bad mentality to use that strategy where you're comparing things that you intake to?
You see the consequence of
Yeah,
the action.
Well,
exactly.
that's exactly the point. It becomes a consequence. So it's
Ah,
almost as if it's like, all right, I'm gonna have this burger, and I'm like, I'll just spend an extra hour tomorrow. And then you're like, all right, I'm gonna have some ice cream. That's another 30 minutes, whatever. Throw it on there. You know what I mean? And it becomes a point where you start labeling things as good and bad, you know? And having something that's good and bad in front of you just leads to more and more temptation. So you're just like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Bad day. Ice cream. You know what I mean? So it just becomes almost like everything's related to exactly how you're feeling and how you look at things. So I would do things like, man, I would do things where I would have a cheat meal, right? And I'd feel guilty. I'm like, damn, I think this cheat meal is a little too much. I shouldn't have had that third burger, you know? And then that third burger becomes, I'm already screwed. Fourth burger. I'm feeling some dessert. It's a baisa, you know, like I'm already done. So I'm gonna get some more ice cream. I'm gonna get more this, more that. And then you just get back to that mentality where it's like it's either 100% good or 100% bad, you know? And you get to the point where you're just binging and binging and binging. And that can completely erase. I tell my clients where if you have a bad cheat meal or a bad binge, look, it's a choice. It's not it went over, and I actually just made a post about this where what to do after a binge eating episode, right? And it's the first thing I say is get over it. It happened, you know? Just I had this extra slice of pizza that I shouldn't have had. End it there. That's it. It happened. You know, you don't have to all of a sudden be like, "Oh my god, what did I do?" And you start getting more and more upset, and then you're like, "Okay, now I'm gonna go bury myself on the treadmill," and you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole. That's really what it is. So